about a business like as a repeatable process that makes money. So businesses are things that create and deliver something of value to people who want or need that something of value at a price they're willing to pay and in a way that satisfies their needs and expectations and allows the business to bring in enough money to keep going. That's
Makes sense. Okay.
It's not rocket science. It's something that businesses continue to exist by creating and delivering things of value to people who are willing to pay for it in a way that makes money.
Okay.
Very, very simply stated. Now, a way that you can think about this or use this very basic definition of what a business is and what it does is break up the operations of a business into component parts, all of which are essential. And what I call those is the 5 core business processes. Okay, so core process number 1 is value creation. Every single business has to create something of value. If it doesn't create something of value, it's not a business, it's something else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, easy enough. Number 2, marketing. Businesses must get the attention of people who might want or need the things of value that it's creating. So marketing is the process of getting someone's attention and making them interested in learning more about what it is that you have to offer.
Sure.
Okay. Number 3, sales. Sales is the process of taking somebody who says, yes, I'm interested. I want to learn more about what you have. And then that's a prospect. And then converting them into a paying customer. So they actually pull out their wallet or their checkbook or their credit card and hand it over to you and say, yes, I'll take one. Okay. Value delivery is number 4. And value delivery is kind of the counterpart of value creation, which is, okay, you've created something of value. Somebody wants one. Value delivery is the process of actually giving it to them. Sure. And if you don't have value delivery, it's not a business. It's a scam.
I can see that. Okay.
Yeah. So a scammer is a person who takes somebody's money and doesn't give them anything, which you don't want to be. So value delivery is a huge part. And the end goal of the value delivery process is not just a customer, but a happy customer. Someone who has received what you've promised them and is really happy and excited and glad that they gave you their money for this wonderful thing that's improved their life. Okay. Now, the 5th part is finance. And finance is a way of analyzing the operations of a business to figure out how much money are you spending, how much money are you making, and are you making more than you're spending? Very basically. And most people think of finance as the part where they make sure they're making as much money as humanly possible. And that's part of it. You want to make as much money as you can. But the major part, which we'll talk about in detail, is this idea of sufficiency. Of, are you bringing in enough? Is it worth it for you to keep operating? Is it worth it for you to keep going? And my definition of a successful business is if you are bringing in more money than you're spending, and it's enough for you to make it worth it for you to keep doing what you're doing, that's a successful business. Doesn't matter if you're bringing in $1 billion or $10. If it's enough, you're doing it. If it's enough for you. If it's enough for you. And that's a very personal decision. So the really cool thing about breaking up a business into these 5 component parts, value creation, marketing, sales, value delivery, finance.
You're going to get all of this typed out, by the way.
is that you can use this structure because it's universal. Every single business has all 5 of these things. And if it doesn't have one of them, it's not a business by definition. So the cool thing is, if you're just starting, you can use this as a very basic framework.
To find out like what you don't have.
Exactly. Or it's like, okay, I want to start a business. What do I need to do? And these 5 things are what you need to do. And so
makes it way less scary.
So, a lot of people talk about, doing things like building business plans and, going through this whole process of developing this 50-page document with, all this stuff.
Mission statement.
If, this is our vision for you don't have to do that. You really don't. I mean, sometimes it helps. And we'll talk about goal setting later on in the course, but really all you need to do if you're thinking about a business is define these 5 things. And if you can clearly visualize how these 5 things will work and fit together, you can visualize how your business operates.
Nice.
So my favorite thing to do is with every business idea, whether it's something I'm developing on my own or something that, like, let's say I'm analyzing another business, I want to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
You know, take a sheet of paper, put down these 5 headers and try to define it. Try to learn how this business either does or would do each of these 5 things.
Is that normally public information? Can you, like, if it's a business that you really admire, or is that like trade secret stuff sometimes?
It's a little of both. It depends. But you can learn a lot, you know, but just by taking a look at a business and, you know, even just doing something as simple as becoming a customer. Because most of these things, like, it's like, you know, you have to receive the value, you have to experience the marketing, the sales, the delivery. So you can learn all of that stuff being a customer.
Okay.
Finance, if it's a publicly traded company, you can get their public financial statements and figure a lot of that out.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just a matter of legwork or research to figure out, you know, how much things would cost and all that stuff. And we'll talk about that in the finance section. So as you're starting a business or analyzing a business, pay attention to these things first. These are the essential parts of every single business. Okay. And if you can figure this stuff out, you can figure out the rest of it.
All right.
And if you're starting your own business and creating a business plan, these are the things you need to define. And the more clearly you can visualize or define exactly how each of these things would happen, the easier it will be for you to actually put it together.
Nice. Sounds good.
All right. So this is the basic structure. We're actually going to use the structure. Each of the next, actually 6 weeks, are going to be exploring the structure in detail. So we're actually going to start with value creation and talk about all of the things you need to do in order to do that well. And then we'll do, actually value creation will take 2 weeks. Okay. There's a lot there. Yeah. You know, creating value is a really big deal. Then we'll do marketing, sales, value delivery, finance. And then